naming the director in the opening credits, but not the writer or producer. At the least, Eddy could just put his name on all of the above to attempt to make himself look good. According to these opening credits, the movie stars Eddy and features Double D and Ed. But the film is called The Hunt for Eddosaurus, and it looks like Ed is the one playing the Eddosaurus. And from the footage we see, Ed gets about as much screen time as Eddy. False advertising.
Oh, brother.
Talking during a movie! This movie's in black and white, even though there was that episode where Ed has that pretty nice video camera. Sure, the black and white gives a nice classic movie tone, but you're showing this film to kids, and kids don't have class! Eddy's got 7 quarters here. Alright, there are 7 kids if you count blank. We see 4 kids with refreshments and... well, okay, there's 4 quarters in the jar. But why did Eddy have all this money in his hand, but all this money in the jar? Did he sell the refreshments before selling the tickets?
There's big cash in showbiz, Double D, unless you're on cable.
Try telling that to my low-income blue-collar ass! Johnny gets a black eye after getting punched in the side of the head.
Why's he get free popcorn?
'Cause it's his fucking scam and he decides. Try making your own, you obnoxious biatch. Naz is eating popcorn without a drink. That's sure to clog her farfalagus valve. So Eddy's here standing by this popcorn machine, which is on a desk, and there's also 2 bags of corn and a cabinet. Then he trips over Rolf. But look at this shot. Rolf's right here. There's no popcorn machine or any of that other crap. It could be over here, but how did Rolf end up over there? The box Rolf was sitting on is still right by him.
Now that's entertainment.
Mind your own beeswax.
Sarah's not respecting Kevin's freedom of speech here, and that's just terrible. Of course, Sarah alone is terrible. Of all the kids, Kevin hits Naz. That's probably not gonna make Naz want to date you, Kevin.
You miss.
He didn't miss, stupid! He hit Naz! He wasn't even aiming for you! And you're a bitch! Not a sin, but I just want to say how much I love this part where Ed screams at Sarah, scaring her like the little bitch she truly is. It's a shame I'm too afraid to play the clip. Goddamn fair use. Double D seems extra glitchy here.
Is that a lump on a log?
After that joke, I don't understand why Eddy never came up with a stand-up comedy scheme.
We're supposed to be gathering things to cheer it up. Ed adores pudding skin.
But does he adore it as much as butter toast or gravy? I can only think of one previous time when pudding skin was even mentioned, whereas the other 2 food items are mentioned on a regular basis. Why not give him some of that stuff? Getting my hopes up too. Since there are no pictures of chicks on the cover, the people that make this magazine are trying to trick readers into picking up the magazine just as Eddy just did. Thus, the people that make this magazine are dicks. Chicks and dicks. Leaving the milk out. These 2 broke into Ed's room uninvited and took a bunch of his belongings. If anything, this should make Ed even more grumpy. I can't make sense of how these 2 can hate each other so much but casually get along here. Maybe Kevin's just misunderstood. Eddy's red stripe is now brown. I don't think Double D has the right to tag out here. I mean, Eddy's been subject to Ed's wrath 3 times now, and Double D only once. I don't know if I should send Bear No Beef Dip inexplicably growing this string on his back, or that Ed, a child, has access to something that shoots fire. Fuck it, I'll do both. But this is a really good episode. Play this looping gif of Ed set to Stairway to Heaven backwards, and you've got some good old-fashioned nightmare fuel.
Do you realize how miserable our lives would be?
Because your lives are so much better when Ed isn't in a bad mood. With the kids neglecting you and creepy poor girls assaulting you.
Never a dull moment with these clowns.
When there's a kid that talks to a piece of wood calling someone else, let alone 3 people, a clown, that's when you start to question the state of the world. Dogs and cats living together and all that crap. Fuck you, Johnny. Ed's got 2 toes sticking out of his socks here, despite only having 1 out just a second ago.